I'm firing up the chat. Just give me a second. Doing stuff. Getting my softbox ready. Alright, there we are. What up? So, from yesterday I learned that iPads make the best lighting softboxes ever. I've been a photographer my entire life, and I never knew that an iPad gives such good light. I mean, look at that. That's like so on point. The things you find out. I was, what is the expression? I was today years old. I was yesterday years old. Holy cow. All right, all messages engaged. All right, so we're at the Venetian. Oh, watch if I change it. Look what I did. Look how obsessive I am about things. I made a white screen. It's just a white picture, and it gives the best light ever. Watch this. No way. Compared to another screen, I mean it's kind of similar, but not quite the same. Watch the difference. All I did was make a white picture, and I can put it up there. But I can't walk around with it, but I might utilize it in the studio. Yeah. Alright. So I'm at the Venetian. For many reasons. They got internet. We can walk around the outside without getting disconnected, being that everything's out. What other reasons? I checked to see if they found my Olight, my ArcVel Pro, my UV, my like most favorite flashlight ever. No, they did. They were like, oh yeah, hey dude, at the security booth, because I figured he'd be the place to go. He's like, I am the lost and found department. I'm like, okay, bro. So he enters in the name, Olight, ArcVel, OD Green. He does all the possible searches that he can. Flashlight. And he's pulling up lists, absolute lists of flashlights. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, we got everyone's flashlight except yours. No kidding. He's like, currently they had over 1,000 cell phones that were unclaimed. He didn't tell me how many flashlights, but he's like pairs of glasses in the hundreds, just stuff, He's like, people even leave bags from when they were shopping at like Louis Vuitton and stuff. He's like, we got it all, we categorize it if it's turned in or if one of our employees find it. He's like, the employees, if they see a quarter on the floor or a penny on the floor here, they're not allowed to bend over and pick it up. Even if they go to turn it into security, they're not allowed to touch it. It's got to be done by security or a customer. So that was interesting. So I figured I'd take a chance. And I also want to go upstairs and see. I wanted to show you the existing poker room over here. And I wanted to show you, because we talked about that yesterday, the new poker room. I want to see where they're going to put the 14,000 square. Not that 14,000 is that big, but it's pretty big. So I want to see where that goes. Let's see. And we got stuff to talk about. But first, the whole. I'm digging it. Go figure. iPads would have changed my life instead of like the thousands of dollars in lights I own. Well, this freaking iPad was like $2,000. Anyway. So let me say hello to people. What do you got? 118, that's good. Janice, Joe Q, Val Marie, Tom Mack, Maria, Sony, Mary Leathers, Tom Lars, what's up? Angie, Venus. Keep them coming. I want to do all the hellos. I think tonight, I don't know why I didn't. I just want to change. You do have to be a subscriber to join in the chat. I want to see if it's holding people back or not holding people back to do that. But go ahead and subscribe. Why not? I'll say hello to you. Leonard, what's going on? BSKY. News was nice. Yeah, I mean, I thought that's a cool spot. I kind of liked it, but once, like I'm done and I want to walk around a little bit, it's, the place isn't all that big, but I think I'll just do that from now on. That's fun, right? Yeah, I agree. I had a good time doing that, and it felt good because it was dark outside. Unlike this place, I was like lit up by the, by the glow of the iPad here, and it was like a fireside chat. It was kind of fun, Gary kicking off the super chat with the 10 banana ramas. Thank you very much. I haven't parked there in a long time. I don't even know what they're gonna charge. However, remember I said that Caesars went buck wild and they went to 35, and I figured they would because they were at 50 during the Super Bowl, then 100, and then they brought it down to 35. I figured they'd keep it there, but when I paid, what was that, yesterday? No, day before, whenever it was, they brought it back down to 25. Not that that's a bargain, but it's like drama going on next. I can't tell if it's drama or it's just the way they communicate. It's hard to tell. But go ahead and leave me all the messages. All right, I dimmed. I gotta keep my finger on. There we go. I gotta adjust my timeout now. Can I carry this around in the street? Oh, I can probably stream. No, I can't stream. Yeah, this has Wi-Fi. Yeah, this has 5G and all this shit. I think it's 5G. I've never used it. Coffee engaged. And what do I gotta say? Something like, how does it go? It's not like I have it memorized. Bror Fredrik coming at you live from Las Vegas Strip. And I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, Super Chat while I'm live is the grease that keeps the wheels rolling. Super thanks after. You can click on any of the links in the description below. I got 2 special ones down there. The Bror Nation Get Together 2024 the deadline is 60 days away to sign up. There's a link down there to sign up for the reception. Did a whole video about it. There's, I think, 30 some odd seats left, so there's plenty of room at this point, but you do have to get your reservation in the next 60 days. Now, these people just talk loud. It sounds like they fight. The other link is the sign-up link to get notified when my personal streaming platform goes live. Raw and Uncensored. That's the name of the platform. Bror Fredrik, Raw and Uncensored. So, yeah, sign up for that. Ain't gonna spam me. I'll just tell you when it's kicking off. So, cool. Yep, Janice just posted a link. You can go check that out. And like I said, it's a whole video. And wow. Yikes. These people yell to communicate. I guess I do too sometimes, though. Alright, what do I gotta do here? I gotta, all messages, bam. Okay, so, we got that out of the way. So what do we gotta talk about? I was, yet again, gonna hound T-Mobile as to why the hell, hold on my socks, as to why the hell I still don't have internet, even though they say it's complete. But I was waylaid because I was having my morning 3 cups of coffee. Venus with the 10 banana ramas, thank you very much. And Jim, I appreciate that. And that'll go to the next one. Thank you. I was waylaid because I was having my morning coffee or 2, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd one. And I started seeing all the posts on X about all the outages and all the tinfoil speculation about why. I got my own tinfoil speculation as to why. So I was like, this isn't the opportune time to call T-Mobile because they're just gonna say, oh, see, told you so. That was just part and parcel of what's going on, which is total bullshit. Because I'm gonna show you something real quick. Because I haven't been able to get, I can connect. 2 days I couldn't make phone calls anywhere near the Strip for the first time in like 20 freaking years. But I haven't been able to do a persistent connection, even put YouTube aside, not on Zoom, not on FaceTime, not on Meet, not on Teams, nothing that requires a persistent connection. And they're like, oh, it should be fixed, engineers this, engineers that, yada, yada, yada. So I didn't call. All right, let me show you something real quick. Let me turn this camera around and we'll utilize said iPad. Come on. Bam. And let me know what you're experiencing. Check this out. This is Down Detector. It's like the #1 site. You can put in anything in there, and you can find out who's down. Now, the BS that they're talking about so far is AT&T. That's why they listed them first. That's the level of outage they're at now. Cricket, Astound, Spectrum is still all jacked up. Let me straighten that out. Verizon is supposedly better. T-Mobile went through their outage, and T-Mobile still hasn't flatlined, so they're still experiencing it. So this thing that it's only freaking AT&T is total horse poo. Infinity's effed, and then the major sites. Yeah, Reddit was jacked. WoW was jacked. WoW being jacked is bad, and they're still jacked. Check out YT. YT is still experiencing problems. Like, they don't have my data for the past, so they say this morning, nonsense. YT does not have data as far as my views, how much money I made per day, how many subscribers. Like, there's no analytics since the 20th. So that's a day predated. So they've been all sorts of effed up. Hulu's still bad. X. Instagram, Cox, thankfully. Cox it's all cocked up pretty bad. It's all fakakta. But yeah, thankfully, you know, it was slow today because I was uploading a bunch of videos to, I'm putting like somewhere between 50 and 100 videos on my new platform, some of my older stuff, but newer stuff too, just to populate the site. And I've been having problems with my download speed all day. AWS, which I also use, bam, they're all sorts of effed up. Consumer Cellular, supposedly they're fixed. Who's that? PlayStation? They keep track of DoorDash is effed. All the millennials are gonna starve. Boost is supposed to be fixed. Straight Talk. OpenAI is all sorts of jacked up. Steam. Netflix is all whack. Google is still whack. Vimeo has just started getting all sorts of effed up. That's another big streaming site. Apple support. Apple, I gotta say, Apple does have good support. CenturyLink, effed. ADP, your home security, effed. Frontier, effed. Discord's evil. Call of Duty, that's important. Paramount, effed. But I was watching Paramount today. YouTube TV, effed. It's getting more effed by the minute. You notice some of these places are getting more effed by the moment. Starlink, which is, see, this is weird too. Starlink, that's supposed to use Elon's satellites up in space, right? So it shouldn't be affected, but they're effed. Pokemon is still a thing. Whatever. Amazon, yeah, I've been noticing they're just effed. So the whole thing about it just being AT&T is total BS. Because I know for a fact, I know exactly who, like Netflix uses partial, same as my platform uses. It's partial AWS and partial Akamai. And they do not use AT&T. They run their own fiber. So, yeah. So, let's all put on our tin hats. See? Real-time problems and outage monitoring. Yay. Let me put my softbox back on. Bam. I think that's so cool. I'm like giddy like a kid about that. Alright, hold on, let me flip this around. Well, get on your tin hats, everyone. Oh, so are you guys out? Let me know in the comments if you are. Now I'll pay attention. I couldn't while I was talking, but let me know in the comments. Have you been out? which services are out. I'm curious because obviously it's not just AT&T. That's just bunk. I think we know that already. Tom Mack says no issues here. Venus, no issues. Helen, ooh, your place got attacked yesterday. That's becoming a thing. I mean, people have totally and utterly, just to a certain degree, disregarded internal security in their businesses, which, you know, I'm kind of in the game. I see, like, you know, hey, what's your username and password so we can log into your shit, you know? And this is like big companies I deal with, and they're like, I think it's like admin, because you know why? Because there's no such thing as viruses anymore. I mean, in order to get a virus, you got to be in some really depraved levels of the internet to pick up a virus these days. You know, that's just the way it is. So, you know, people kind of drop their guard. Mary, a member for 29 months. It has been quite a journey, hasn't it? And I'm from the bottom of my heart, you and Dave, I thank you for coming along with me for this adventure. I love you guys. All good in New York. T-Mobile, Houston. No problems in Carolina. See, yeah, so you guys so far have not been jacked up the way I've been jacked up. Okay, so they're claiming all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't having problems, but there's problems. So I'm glad you guys aren't having problems. So, they're saying that it's a solar flare, the largest solar flare in 43 years, and the reason why Verizon isn't down is because they put up anti-solar flare technology and all. Those people are still yelling at each other, but they're communicating. They're doing it with a smile. Anyway, maybe they just took that pre-workout. So that's how I get. I'm like, I'm kind of amped. I believe in solar flares. I know they exist. I know they whack things left and right. However, I don't believe anything the man says. Not a thing. I am so beyond. And there's people like still out there saying things like, I still put the thing over my face because, you know, the news said I should, and why would they lie to me? Or, you know what, I trust the you know those people, I can't really say, the you know, I gotta be careful. You know, I trust them. Why would they tell me to do something that wasn't in my own best interest? Those are the people I need to reach and like rattle their cages a little bit. I don't trust the man. I just simply do not trust the man. I mean, just look at everything. Again, new platform, we're going to discuss these things. What's his face? Bill Bates? Bill Bates had an interview a few days ago. You know what he said? He said that there was, he was like, oh yeah, we didn't know that there was like the more blabbity rate. I gotta watch what I say. The more blabbity rate was so low, you know, we just didn't know, and we didn't know that it was basically like gonna affect old people, probably less than the flu. He literally said that, and it's not on the news anywhere. He was interviewed, and he admitted that it was all a bunch of bullshit. Came out and straight up freaking admitted it. But that's buried, you know. Those are the things that we're going to talk about, you know, on the platform and whatnot. Because I can show you the interview. I can't show it to you here, you know, because I can record it before they take it away and then show it to you. Yeah, I believe so too. So, hand flow. So I don't believe the man whatsoever when they tell me it's solar flares, it's this. It's because it's too inconsistent. You know, that's why. Oh, and the other thing that I caught up on, this table's a little rocky. When I've been calling tech support for T-Mobile almost every day, if I have like an hour to kill, because it takes, well, kill, whatever. It takes an hour. And they asked me 2 times, do you have eSIMs or do you have physical SIM cards? They asked me that twice. I was like, both? And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, why is that important? They're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I didn't say nothing. Just go back to what you were doing. Literally, that's how they approached it. Okay. And then in a report that I read today, they said the thing is affecting eSIM cards more than physical cards. I'm thinking about calling them up and telling them to send me all freaking physical cards. Because I think the eSIM card gives them more control and more leverage over you, your privacy, and everything else, because you can't just pluck it out. And I think the eSIM is a little more invasive. You know, it could probably do a whole lot more than a physical SIM card. That's just, come on, like, that's just what I suspect. Tinfoil. I even made a tinfoil hat. I can't bring it with me, but I got one at home. It's kind of sexy. So yeah, and they were asking me that a few days ago, and my outage, and they've been so vague and elusive, and they're giving me the corporate gaslighting out the frickin' ass for days, you know, and like, oh no, you're the first person who's reported this problem. Yeah, right. In your freaking dreams, in your wishes. So, what could it possibly be? We'll go a little more tinfoil, then we'll walk around a little bit. A test to see how people will react. A test. I mean, imagine no internet. I would lose probably all my income. You know, I mean, not just YT, so that would be gone. New platform, gone. But the work that I do in the rest of the world is also based online, you know, and cloud and all the rest of that, gone. So income gone. Everyone who works from home, unemployed. Financial transactions at your bank, done. Oh, I could just go into my branch. No, you can't, because you know, they have to be online. It's not like they're keeping paper ledgers. It's not, you know, 1886. So basically screwed. Cars will probably not function, you know, because they're all tied in and whatnot. Some of them actually, believe it or not, behind the scenes, again, I can prove it, when you twist your key, you're basically asking permission for your car to start. You know, if you have something modern, you know, so go out and buy like a 79 Suburban with a 350 in it, you know, with no computer, and you'll probably be able to drive. But modern cars like Teslas, and even my car's only 5 years old, 4 years old, whatever it is. You're asking permission. You ain't twisting the key and firing up that car. You're asking permission. You're like, can I please drive now, you know, to the powers that be? Trust me, that's how it works. They're reporting back to home. Let's see, what else would be? Everything. I mean, we'd basically be done. And this country has almost no EMP protection whatsoever. And could it have been an EMP? Oops. Tamigo with the 10 Bananaramas. How are you? Always good to see you. Yeah, imagine the kids like wouldn't know how to function, because the iPad, they call them iPad kids now. You know, back in the day they used to have latchkey kids, because, you know, the front door key would be, you know, hanging on a chain around their neck and whatnot because the parents weren't home. Now we're at iPad kids, because, you know, people use iPads to raise their kids. You know, it's a form of sedation, occupation, keep the kids out of trouble. God forbid they go outside and get some fresh air. iPad kids is a thing now. That would be done. Mothers would have to stop treating their kids like they're a side hustle. We would collapse. We would literally collapse. And I don't think people know. I mean, there's whole generations of people who don't know a world outside of it. Now, yes, I would be effed, but, you know, I still know how to, like, you know, boil water. I still know the basic things in life. I don't DoorDash and Uber Eats, You know, what is, oh my God, I'm gonna starve to death. I can't frickin' DoorDash, you know, my cheeseburger. I mean, there's a whole generation of people who are just like screwed, blued, and tattooed. All right, maybe it had something to do with those weather balloons that flew over from the CCP. Remember, like a while ago, they circled our country, stopped at every military base, hovered over it for a couple hours. They had electronic boxes hanging off them the size of 2 tractor trailers, and then they left. So there was some propulsion involved there, because they were like, all right, we're out. Never took them out. I mean, we knew where they were from. We never like, oh, because that'll be too harmful. What if it falls? Well, if you hit it just right, with like a sidewinder, it'd be in a bazillion pieces. And you can tell the people stay in your house or whatever. You know, it's better than whatever. So that was allowed to happen. So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it was a test to see. I mean, this whole thing here was a big test to see how much, you know, how compliant people were. And they found out human beings are these human beings are extraordinarily compliant. So maybe they're like, well, let's see how they do without internet. Let's see how they do without X. Where you get more news. I mean, if you're not getting your news from X at this point, you're being fed poo, you know? You're being fed what you're supposed to think. Not that X is the source of truth. Not that I believe on any level that's pure freedom of peaches, because you can't say the other thing. I don't. But you can see both sides, you know? It's not just one opinion. Because if you go into the comments of something you agree with or disagree with, there'll be a whole discussion, either debunking it or supporting it. The community notes will say, nah, that video's bullshit. Here's the proof. That's from 2014. You know, that didn't happen last night. You know, like, people don't have lives. So they debunk a lot of what's posted. So it's the closest you can get to a source, even though I'm not saying they are the source of truth. But if you critically think your way through, but if you're getting your news from anything else, I mean, there's other places, don't get me wrong, I just don't want to discuss them here, that I get my news from. Maybe it's to take them down, because if there's no internet, they can't exist. Facebook, Reels, because we're coming up to an election cycle, you know? I mean, if you can't control the narrative, then it's more of a fair fight. And they don't want a fair fight, you know, in November. It's just not, it didn't happen last time. It's probably never happened, if we're honest, you know? Because the alphabet agencies have been manipulating stuff like, you know, cycles like this since 1947. Not only here, but worldwide. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm feeling good. I ain't going I gotta make the statement. I ain't going anywhere. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm in a good mood. I'm not depressed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's all, I can't wait for the new platform, because I'm going to show you this stuff in more detail than you want. I'm going down the rabbit hole so you don't have to. Does it affect me to know certain things? To a degree, you know? To a degree. We just glitched. Waking up in the morning and going to like X and reading stuff is like, damn. Oh, so, you know what? Because this light is so good, I wanted to make, before someone makes a statement, you see that? On my, like, nose that I broke, like, 14 times. You see that? Alright. Can confirm that it's not a good idea to wash your face while you're wearing a pinky ring. Just to avoid the questions later. I mean, that's one of my, that's, what is that, titanium. So, it's kind of sharp. Bam. And I wash my face like twice a day outside of like the morning shower. I take 2 showers, one in the morning, one at night. And I wash my face like once or twice in between, you know, with the Tiege Hanley, you know, just to get the environmental bullshit. It's quick, you know. You put them in the hand, link in the description. You put them in the hand and do it. And then you take some water. It doesn't burn your eyes. I get like right up in my eyes and everything. I don't know how it doesn't burn your eyes. It's soap, but it gets all the shit off your skin. But in the process of doing this, I took a freaking chunk of meat off my nose. It's starting to bother me a little bit. I put some castor oil on it. I told you I got the castor oil. I put some castor oil on it. Maybe it'll disappear. But do not, under any circumstances, fellas, ladies, if you wear pinky rings, don't wash your face, put a friggin' pinky ring on. We learn as we go. Yeah, hand flow, exactly. I mean, that's why critical thinking is so important. You have to, you know, you have to take in information even from sources you don't agree with. That's why when, you know, people just get their news from memes, and that's how social media is engineered to agree. They profile you, and then they figure out what you're into, then they send you shit that you're into, so you can go, yeah, I'm right. It's engineered that way, and once in a while they'll throw something that pisses you off because that encourages and reinforces your thinking, and it encourages engagement. But you got to be able to critically think and look at all the parts to the puzzle. You know, that's why I come up with the fact that evolution is bullshit. Because I've done so much study about evolution, and none of it whatsoever. There is no proof of evolution whatsoever other than anecdotal evidence. Why do they still find skin of like freaking Tyrannosaurus that's still pliable? You know, come on now. None of it makes sense because, you know, you connect the dots and you're like, well, how could this be 4.5 billion years old? But this and carbon dating is plus and carbon dating's not accurate. Let me read a study on carbon dating to find out if that, no, carbon dating kind of blows. You know, you got to be able to critically think. You know, you really honestly do. Jim West, what's going on? Chris Miller. Let's see who else is here. Yeah, I mean, I got aloe. I got tons of aloe, and I eat it. You know, I soak it for a day to get the bitterness out, and I peel it, and then I take a grapefruit spoon, and I scoop out the guts, and I eat it. I put it on myself, but I'm testing that castor oil to see how it works. I put it on a couple spots last night to see if it turned red, you know, to make sure I'm not allergic to it before I go all in, and it didn't. So I'm gonna be like freaking slathering that shit. You know, people say they call castor oil a proof of God. They said like the ricinic acid in it just kind of knows what's wrong with you. And if you put like 1 drop in your belly button, it goes inside. You don't even have to take it internally. It goes inside your belly button because that's the source of your umbilical cord. And then it like hunts around, pops out its whole light, and it's like, oh yeah, let's see what needs fixing around here. Like nanotechnology. Oh, this guy's got this. All right, let's go over here. Oh, he's got this too. Let's go over there. I gotta see this for myself. I'm not claiming it's the jam, but they said give it 30 days and you'll be a different person. All right, whatever. You know, I put my body through some crap over the years. I beat it up, so. I mean, I still feel good and everything, but yeah. Yeah, it pops out no light. That's a big dog. That's weird to see these big giant dogs in a casino. Maria with the 5 Bananagramas. Thank you very much. Chris, you are not blocked. I see you loud and clear. I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, it was like, I found it on sale. It was like $35, and then, you know, Amazon being Amazon, for like 16 ounces. Amazon being Amazon, they were like, hey, we saw you left something in the cart, we'll give you 2. All right, score. whatever. So I'm gonna try it out. See what's. I'm not gonna drink any. They say you get the Hershey squirts like you wouldn't believe if you drink castor oil. So I'm gonna drink it. What sells for 50K? What are we talking about? Sells 50K. Oh, Tesla homes, yeah. I mean, I don't want to live in a home that can get shut off. I mean, I guess my home could be shut off. Should we live off the grid? You know, would that be that's why I say I showed you in, a studio video. I have Faraday material, Faraday bags that I keep a cell phone in that's never been used as like, I keep two cell phones that have never been used, never hooked up, whatever. They're not like the most modern new ones, but should there be any type of connection or not, they can walkie-talkie to each other. So for all intents and purposes, walkie-talkies, got them in Faraday material, in a Faraday box. I have a laptop that's in a Faraday bag, and then I got electronics that are in Faraday stuff because, EMPs are real. This might have been an EMP test, It could have been like, let's shut them down, see how they act. It could have been the balloons. It could have been an EMP. It could have been a probe to see if they could do it or not. Who knows? Whatever it was, it's not good. Whatever it is, because it's not over. It's not good. Because without the internet, we are screwed, blued, and tattooed. Yeah, parents gave kids their... Yeah, castor oil was a thing for like overall health back in the day, but back in the day, they used to extract it with a chemical called hexane, was used to separate, because, all right, can we talk about this? Let me think about how I'm going to say this. The castor bean that castor oil comes from, if they cold press it, it takes away, there's something in a okay, follow along here. I gotta be real careful. The active ingredient in castor oil is ricillinic acid. What does that sound like? Ricillinic acid. So it can also, it's a double-edged sword. It's on one side, it can heal you, on the other side, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how it's processed. So it's like eating a puffer fish. If you just suck down a puffer fish, you're a goner. But if you know how to go in there and get the sack out, you can still eat it. It's kind of like that. So cold pressing is the way to go. But back in the day, they also, still to this day, they extracted it and they used hexane, which neutralized the bad part. However, hexane is a carcinogen. So parents would give that shit to their kids in the 60s. Probably did help, but, whatever. I'm going to be on day one tonight. We'll find out. Stuart says you lived off the grid in 82. I'm with you. You ever go, okay. You ever go like on a long hunting trip or gone, like I've gone on long hunting trips, I said the H word. I can't help it. Is what it is. I can't moderate myself all that well. Those trips, fishing trips or long camping trips. You ever go on one of those and like after the first day or the second day, you're in the woods and you're like letting everyone else do the work, you brought your freaking air mattress, you're pumping it up, whatever. But after like 48 hours, you're like, I think there's a squirrel around here. All of a sudden you turn into freaking Grizzly Adams. Your senses come back. Your just everything changes. Like all of a sudden you're not tired. You're willing to climb up a big hill to find a freaking perfect piece of firewood, or whatever. You just get like you're on a different plane as a human. It goes back to our ancestral roots, and I do like that. You learn how to talk because you're not, on the phone. You're not playing games. You're talking around the fireplace. You're communicating with, the people around you. It's healthy. And then when you come back, it's weird. Coming back from especially on a pew-pew trip. I remember coming back from a pew-pew trip, prairie dogging. We used to go, prairie dogging all the time because that's just fun. One guy pew-pewing, another guy is a spotter. Range me. That type of stuff. It's just fun. And then you come back to civilization. You're like, range me. You start looking at things different. But you also notice how loud shit is. How like your sense of smell comes back. You come into the city, you're like, ugh, it smells like oil, but you never notice it while you're here. Sometimes it's good to get back to the roots. Like, how many people know how to tie a proper knot anymore besides their fucking shoes? How many people can raise their hand and say, I know at least 10 different knots? Like, one of the reasons you always say, I don't have it on today, but I always wear the paracord bracelet if I can, or I always have something paracord in my bag here, because you never know, I know how to make knots, slip knots, noose knots, fishing knots, all sorts of stuff. How many people can raise their hand and say, I know how to make knots? You know how important knots are? To me. What up, Carl? Yeah, once you acclimate to that surrounding, you're just like, and then you figure shit out. You figure shit out. Like, you figure out that no matter where you sit around the campfire, the smoke always finds you, creates a vortex, and then you figure out why. Because it's drawn to the body heat. It's nothing to do with you or witchcraft. You figure shit out. And then it's even better if you blast some Jethro Tull while you still have batteries in the frickin' woods. That's life. There's a lot, Chanel, there's a lot of stuff I can't say here. Yeah, Jim, I would love to do that too. That's one of the things that I think would make my life complete, would be, I would love to buy, you guys call them caravans, but I'd like to get an RV and just cruise. I almost did it years ago. I almost did it. I owned a Bounder for a while, when Bounder was actually nice. Had 2 slides. It was a 454, it wasn't a diesel. That was cool, but there was no mobile internet back then was it looked like the deflector dish on the frickin' Starship Enterprise. You weren't getting internet, and I was just like, I can't do it. But I think that'd be fun nowadays, and probably mentally healthy. You know how to make garlic knots? That sounds good. You know how to make gluten-free garlic knots? Yeah, like I said, people can, barely tie their shoes. You know how to make a fishing knot? Do you have fish hooks and fishing wire? The fishing, you got some trilene, 8-pound test somewhere? I got some in my trunk. We're gonna go over all that shit. I'll show you my EDC. What? I have it, everyone else doesn't. I'm gonna eat while everyone else is like, duh, I can't call DoorDash. I'll eat a freaking carp. But I do have some trilene. I got, a bag of fish hooks, whatever. And I know how to tie knots, fishing knots and stuff, And, so should you. So should you. You never know. These skills. Do you know how to open a can of food? Okay. So the apocalypse comes, and the bodega hasn't fully been raided yet. And you go inside, and there's 2 cans of tuna and pork and beans, What do you do? Oh, no can opener. Shucks. Do you pop it with a knife? That is so dangerous. I've seen people hurt themselves. They take a knife and they start whacking on it, and the can goes one way. And don't do that. All you gotta do is you take it, you turn the can upside down, and you rub it back and forth on a flat rock. And once you see it start getting wet under there, because it's just a tiny seal at the top, that's all it is. You can open cans. People should know this shit, especially men should know this shit, you know? I'm not expecting women to know this shit, but men should know this shit. Basic survival. Average price of gas in the UK is $5.50. It's almost what I'm paying. We're back up to almost $4. It went up another like 20 cents. We're at $3.89, $4 or whatever. So yeah, my chat is not moving. All right, there we go. Yeah, everyone should learn some knots. They're simple, especially a slip knot or something like that. And zip ties, how you can take like, all right, you got a tarp. You get the corner of the tarp. You make a slip knot around the tarp. Then you bend it back in and you put a zip tie around it. That shit ain't going nowhere. Gale force winds, it ain't going nowhere. Do people know how to do that these days? I mean, like city folk don't know how to do it, but I'm like, deep down inside, I'm a hick. You know? I'm a city hick, so it is what it is. But I learned all that shit. I know how to tie off a rope to the horn of my saddle. You know, I know how to field dress an elk. You know, these are just things people should know. We live such a cush, comfortable life, you know, these days. Why is that going away now? Come on back. My softbox. People are so cush nowadays, you know, they don't even know how to do nothing anymore. That's what I'm saying, but today's an example. Tomorrow could be the real thing. So frickin' yikes. Yeah, is that a gallon? You should know stuff, you know? People, especially men, you know? That's what, like, men should know shit. Like, I redid the video, like the 30 qualities. I just probably went overboard with 30 qualities of a good man. You know, one of them is, you know, knowing how to do shit with your hands. You know, that's just a given. And ladies can tell you, that's just sexy as fuck, you know? To watch a man, like, you know, fix a pipe or something, you know? They're just like, oh, ooh, daddy, you know? I'm telling you, you should know how to do stuff. Men ain't teaching their sons how to do stuff anymore, except like dye their hair. Right? Mary knows. You know, Mary knows deal. When, you know, when Dave is like under the sink changing a P-trap and whatnot, you're like, let me make dinner for you, you know? Because you're like, he's doing something like, he's doing some manly shit with his manly hands. I'm gonna do, you know, your feminine energy gets triggered, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? When a man does manly shit with his hands, especially for his home, his woman, his family, whatever, it triggers the woman's femininity to come out. Because when a man ain't doing shit, the woman's femininity tips, you know, and because she feels like shit, you know, he's not pulling his weight, so I gotta start. And that's when, oh, she's such a nag, she's such this, she's always telling me what to do, because you ain't doing shit, you know? But I digress. But then the feminine energy comes out. Then you want to suddenly, like, rub his back and his feet, bring him his pipe and his slippers, you know? Treat him to a little, you know, what, right? Make him a nice dinner before the what. It's just the way it is. Yeah, right, see, All Classic Dave is onto something there. Paint your car, good with the hands, but still do the domestic stuff. And that's the way it should be. It's not like, men shouldn't be like, well, that's woman's work. Well, if you have a woman, she should be like, you know, if you're doing all the, you know, the rough stuff and risking your life on ladders and up on your roof and shit, you know, yeah, and she can make you a sandwich. But yeah, you still should know all that stuff because you should, you know. I'm not saying, oh, it's a partnership. He cooks Wednesday, I cook Thursday, he cooks Friday. No, it's just you both should know, you know, because she might not be feeling well. She might not be home. Maybe you want to do something nice. Maybe there's something you specialize in that she loves. whatever. That triggers the feminine energy too. You know, let me cook you something. You know, all of a sudden, oh, I was gonna say something. I can't say it. But you ladies know what I'm saying. Yeah, like has certain effects. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I know some stuff, you know? Yeah, emergency. How many people know Morse code? I mean, I know what SOS is. You know, it's 3 dashes, 3 dots, 3 dashes. You know, I don't know the whole freaking Morse code or whatever. Who knows how to make smoke signals? How are we gonna communicate, you know? A string in 2 cans? You ever do that when you were a kid? I did that with my neighbor. We strung up a string like 50 feet away with some freaking ragu cans or whatever. And it actually worked. That was fun. I had a fun childhood. But yeah, you guys should know how to cook too, you know? Just don't use non-stick pans because your wee-wee shrinks. That's all I'm saying. You coming to North Carolina? you know Jim Morrison code? Jim Morrison. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to stand. Should we listen to it? Alright. It is so loud in this place. I hit another 82 decibels in here. Like, with me talking, I mean, I project, let's face it. With me talking, it's 86 decibels right here, right now. Alright, so, what time is it? 6:52. Let's go walk around a little bit. Let me gather up my stumps. I gotta pack my bag. Hold on. I'm gonna go walk around. I wanna go see where that poker room is. Maybe we'll see Lady Gaga. Poker, poker, poker face. Alright, what? Okay. That's such good lighting. Now it's gone. Can't have everything. Alright, I got water. I got stuff. What do I want to put water? I want to put it in my front pocket. I want to put it down yonder. I might have to mute this as soon as we walk out of here because it's freaking stupid loud. Alright, you ready to book? Book. These people next to me are looking at me like I'm nuts. But I am. It is not the infamous Toomey bag. It is not. I haven't used my Toomey bag in a while. I love my Toomey bag. Holy cow. That is, it's actually, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's sort of a knockoff of a MCM bag. I got a link in the description under, in the Amazon store. It's like 25 bucks. It ranges between like 20 and 30. Average price like 25. But it's such a good bag. You know, for a sling bag, it's freaking awesome. And it's durable. And it's good looking. Oh, look at that sapphire. Holy shit. We're gonna go out this way. We're gonna go through here, out and about and around. They got such beautiful stuff here. I mean, this is just iced out. Look at that iced out Rolex down there. Can you see it? I'm gonna put you guys in my pocket for a second. I want to show you the ice. I'm gonna put these in the pocket. Hold on. All right, let's check out the ice. Look at that iced out Rolex. Look at these iced out Rolexes. Freaking yikes. That is beautiful. That's only you guys trying to sell them one. I love those sapphires. Look at that. That's beautiful. Iced out. Alright, hold on. Sorry. Oops. Wow, look at those engagement rings. I wonder if that stuff is real. I mean, I'd love to go in there, but let's not. I mean, that's a little frickin', what do you call it? Mr. T for my taste, but I guess some people still like it. Don't like skulls. I love pinky rings. Just don't wash your face with a freaking pinky ring. I'll jack your shit up. Oh, those are like Super Bowl rings. Nice. Alright, let's get back to where we was. Alright, let's book. Here's Toomey right here. Speaking of Toomey. I love me some Toomey. But go to the spot over at Forum Shops. Give them guys some love. We was in here last week. Checking out the beans. Flicked a few beans around. Oh, quinceañera. That's a quinceañera dress. There's some shops in town. It's beautiful. Some shops in town that specialize in quinceañera dresses. They're all like that. Some more elaborate than others. Oh, let's see how much money's in here before we go out. I could pay a bill with that. What's everyone looking at? Why is everyone gathering there? Someone famous coming? Is this for me? Look at this. Year the Dragon. That's such a good look. Alright, we're gonna walk out and around and then come back from the other side. I need me some fresh air. Let's follow this dude who'll hold the door for us. Nice corduroy jacket, thank you. Everyone pick this door. I am not. Uh-oh. We just ganked, but we ungankified. Let me see if we're actually on... Oh, no way. No freaking way. I am actually on 5G. Is it possible? Is it possible? No freaking way. Can you guys see me? Mic check. Let me get a mic check. All right, hold everything. I'm gonna try. No way. All right, hold everything. I am on 5G and it looks like a stable connection. No freaking way. Is this possible? I'm pulling 8.5 megabits right now. No freaking way. So that's what... Hello, tower. I always thought it came from there. It does not. It's coming from over there. Holy cow. You have no idea how happy I am right now. Yeah, it is a miracle. It's a miracle of the bells. Wow. Tamika, yes. On the certain flights, they're only allowed to go counterclockwise on the west side of the strip, and they can go, let's see, they can go north to south on the west side and south to north on the east side, because they don't want them colliding. That's just, yeah, that's a flight pattern. Holy cow. No freaking way. So I know what it was. It was T-Mobile. They sent out some kind of freaking EMP, blasted everyone else off so that I could have internet. Wow, it is 4:20 AF over here. I'm like walking through a cloud. Where is that coming from? Oh, I am so psyched. I completely shut off the Wi-Fi. 5G is back. Oh my goodness. I'm a happy individual right now. So happy. I'm just gonna point the camera. You can people watch a second, and I'm gonna drink the rest of my coffee. And let me just keep an eye on this. Wow. No way. Alright, let me see if I can tune the picture too. I'm still pulling 8 megabits. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Alright. Enjoy the views. Well, I finished my coffee. I'm like stoked. Back to a regularly scheduled life. Oh my goodness. For those of you who are new, I haven't been able to live stream on 5G since T-Mobile went down on February 8th. So it's 13 days of being tethered to a property and not being able to walk, and the weather is so beautiful right now. I want to be outside. It's like 62 degrees. Oh, I'm happy. The hunchback. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Hey, those bells ringing were a cover. We identified the bell ringing as a cover. So we're paying the original writer who's been dead for 400 years. Let's just go walk around a little bit. I got a little bit of time. Perfect timing. Till this guy just pulled up. No freaking way. You have no idea how pleased I am right now. I've been sweating this for 2 weeks. Feeling like I haven't been able to do what I want to do or give it my all, not doing my best for you guys. This is, yeah, I feel good now. Yeah, I'm pulling all the megabitage. I got it set for 10 megabits, and I'm pulling like, what is it pulling? 8.4 right now. You know, there's always a under on it, but it's huge. Yeah. There's a 5G tower right there that I'm pointing at. Well, it's a repeater. Now we can go and get all the copyright claims out in the street instead of inside. Sick. Look at the big ass full moon up there. Yeah, let's go walk around. Janice with the 10 banana rounders. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys. I mean, me, you know how I get when I have bad internet connection. I just get like, I don't know. I just get a bit assholey. You know, because it just drives me nuts. I'm in a much better mood when I'm not fighting signal. I get a bit, what's the word? Not grumpy. There's another word. I don't know what I'm looking for. I gotta give that a heart. I gotta give it a towel. Yeah, I get crabby. That's you're right. I get crabby. I do. I get curt and crabby. because my mind is in one direction. You know, I'm just like, oh my God, I walked 1 foot away from where I should have been. Now half the audience is gone. Nah. But look, I'm like untethered from a casino. Yay. And I appreciate everyone putting up with it. I'm not saying it's might be back gankage tomorrow, but we're good now. They're trimming all the bushes here in Vegas. These are the rose bushes because it's technically spring right now. Now we go do stuff. And I appreciate everyone's patience for the past 2 weeks. You know, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Ride or die. I don't even know what that means. It just sounds cool. Ride or die. What does that actually mean? I know what it means, but literally I don't know what it means. 64. Oh my God. Find me a place where it's 64 year round. And not my bedroom. Oh my God, we're out in public. Bro, what am I? Bror Fredrik, out in public. We'll go find out where the poker room is tomorrow. I want to be out a little bit. Let's do this. You know what? I want to go on the other side. Let's go up here. I appreciate that. Tamika, you are awesome. I'm ride or die with you too. It's like one of my favorite scenes in, I'm not a huge Ben Affleck fan, but when he was with, oh, there we go with the music. I think, what was the name of that? Boston? Or, I don't know what movie he was in. When he goes to his bro, he's like, hey, I can't tell you what we're doing. Look, quinceañeras everywhere. Yay. With the big hoops in there, that's awesome. Big old quinceañera dress. Where he says, all right, hold on, I'm gonna find it. Truth be told, it's easy to show. Let's see if they spank me for this. They probably will, but F it. I'm in too good a mood to worry about it. Let me put this on a garbage pail. Alright, I got this in an ashtray. Just chill out there in the ashtray for a second. You'll appreciate, well, some of you might appreciate this. But this is my terminology. This is what I think of when I see what ride or die means. Oh, I see I've played that before. Alright, let's check it out. Then I gotta get back to me. Let's find some place quiet. Let me put up the volumes. What I think of when I see
your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people. 1 year old. Whose car are we gonna take?
The town. That's what that is. Just no questions asked, you know? Just trust. Whose car are we gonna take? Just saying. You feel me? And now I gotta pop back over to me. Oh, this feels so good. Pulling 7.8 megabits. All the megabits. So look at all the stuff. 7.8. I'm even gonna stand still on a crosswalk. See if I get arrested. Ah, this is game changing. I am happy. Oh, they washed. Someone came along and washed these. It's usually spit all over them. These are all. Look how clean they are. Wow. Whose car are we gonna take? The town. So that should be one of our Bror Nation expressions. Whose car are we gonna take? You know? Wow, I forgot how 420-ish is. I forgot a lot of stuff. Wow, I'm walking out on a friggin' street after 2 weeks. Holy cow. Those engineers from T-Mobile were supposed to call me today, and they never did. I'm curious, because I said, you need to call me when it's done. Yeah, I'm freaking happy. Oh, just got a commercial. Bastards. I never liked my own video. What kind of content creator am I? Let's go down here. Let's test how, because there's a spot towards the corner of the TI. That's usually a gank spot. Because they said not only were they going to fix it, they were going to improve it. So I'm curious to see if that's accurate or not. Inside this backpack is Faraday material too. I got my iPhone in there's a pouch in the back towards my back. It's like a hidden pouch with Faraday material that I put my iPhone in, just in case we're EMP'd right now. That way at least I have something functional. I told you what the first, you get the first tech support person when you call in and complain about something, and all they try to do is like blow smoke up your ass. Corporate, I love that term, corporate not catfishing, corporate gaslighting. I love that expression. They were like, oh, you know what it is, Mr. Fredrik? I'm like, what? Tell me. They're like, you need to buy new phones. Once you buy new phones, you'll never have this problem. I'm like, I tried it on all 4 phones. Well, you need to buy 4 phones. Because you need new phones. Then you're never going to have these problems again. They literally tried to sell me 4 new phones instead of listening to what my complaint was. Freaking gaslighting. Oh, this is awesome. Could look at stuff. Dodge cars again. Yeah. Oh, I'm so looking forward to Saturday night now. Tomorrow's AMA day. So we're going to chill and you get to grill me, which I love. Because it's very cathartic and it's very, it makes me more of a self-aware human being, answering your questions, honestly. It's like therapy, even though I don't believe in therapy. But Saturday night, oh my God. I was already thinking this morning, I'm like, what the actual F am I going to do on Saturday night if I don't have a connection? Now we can get back to regular. I might do like a 3 or 4 hour live stream just to celebrate. Effort. Like this corner is usually bad. I usually gank from here to over there. But right now, what am I pulling? 7.7 megabits. Excuse me. I burped that. Like, normally I would not get connection right here. So maybe they did fix shit. I'm stoked. I miss having a bike. No, Tom, I sent you a message. I'll send you the link later. On one part, I did put the material in, but it's got the two padded parts for the iPad or a smaller laptop, like a 13-inch laptop, have Faraday material built in, but the top isn't closed off. So I have a little piece I wrap around the top. And the phone case, the hidden phone case, which holds a big-ass phone, does have it built in, and it has a zipper, so it's good, and I tested it. And it has a hidden credit card / whatever card slot that has Faraday material in it. But I tested it with the padding. I mean, it's semi-Faraday. It just, Faraday has to be closed all the way around. If the top is open even slightly, signal's getting through. Like, I can't believe this is usually where we gank. If we can go over there with no issues, I'm going to be really happy. But, you just go to Mission Dark. You could buy, like, a 4-foot by 4-foot sheet for like $20. Wrap stuff up. And they even include Faraday tape. And the Faraday boxes that I've made for myself. I bought a regular pouch, and then I was like, what am I, nuts? I could be making this stuff. But it looks neat for one of my laptops. And all I did was line a, I don't know, what do you call those things? Like the bins, they look like giant Tupperware that you put your Christmas ornaments in or whatever. The gray one. I just lined it. I sprayed some 3M spray, like the double stick stuff. And I just started at the bottom and, made it kind of nice and neat and clean. Left it overlapping on the top by like 2 inches. Did the lid, left the lid overlapping by like 2 inches. And then when you seal them together, nothing's getting out. Phone call, Bluetooth, and nothing. Oh, I can't believe we're streaming on this side. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you could buy, Mission Dark sells like, all sorts of stuff. They sell those boxes, but they're like $200. I'm too frugal for that. If I was a millionaire, I probably wouldn't be frugal about it. But it is what it is. And I got one in my trunk that I keep stuff in too. And I got a big piece of Faraday cloth in my trunk too. When I pick up packages, you know what I'm saying? Wrap it all up. Wow, man, I got 7.6 megabits in front of the frickin' UFO. That's boss. This is the free parking I always tell everyone about. You go in the back or the side of the Fashion Show Mall and just head towards the red parking section. Just follow the signs that are for red. And you come up right here. Look. I mean blue. Blah. Normally, not too many people over here. And then you just walk up these stairs and you're gold. Just bear in mind that they close that off at like 10 p.m. Wow. we streamed over here. I mean, the signal is on, what, I'm getting 3.8. It's half, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, honey. Tom Mac with the 505. Thank you very much. The signal is spot on. Oh, I feel, you have no idea how relieved I am right now. I feel like it's almost emotional. It's like a huge weight lifted off me. That's all I've been thinking about, you know? I mean, when I think about it. Yeah, when I saw that connection kick in after we left that door, I saw it die and I was like, oh shit. And then it picked right back up. I was like, yeah, Janice is 100% correct. If you rent a vehicle for the Bror Nation get-together, do not park over there. Because we'll be around there until at least 10, if not later. Because I saw there's the new spot downstairs that's open that we can go check out. I mean, you know, we have open bars, so I think everyone's going to be sufficiently lubricated. But it still might be worth checking out. I'll check it out. What? Jesus didn't teach hate, he washed feet. Don't get me started. I went to that website of the people that are putting those signs up, and it's a freak show. Just saying. I don't want to get a claim over here. I wonder what they're going to do over there. Because that used to be Marvel. And Marvel is the biggest dead issue ever. Except if they do something with the new, I said the other night, they announced that they're going to do a new Punisher. I don't think it's going to be a season 3 or whatever it is, but it's going to be some type of spin-off. As long as, like I said, as long as they don't make Punisher a chick, you know? I mean, is she going to take barbells to the face like the Punisher did? I don't think so. I mean, they'll show that, but whatever. What a plain Punisher was just such an awesome series. Even the part he played in Daredevil, he's a great actor, that dude from Walking Dead, John, whatever. He's a good actor. He played that part. He just nailed it. The Punisher punishes. In the background at my house, I'm going through the original Enterprise. Not the original series. Enterprise with T'Pol, Jolene Blaylock, and Captain Archer. What's his name? Scott Bakula. Yeah, I'm on like season 3. Now they're effing with the Vindy. It's like the 3rd or 4th time I watched that. That was much maligned, but I actually enjoy it. They put so much backstory into it, you know, to explain what happened, because that actually occurred long before Captain Kirk, like 100 years or 150 years. Oh, we got signal. Rah. So yeah, that solar flare, fixed the problem that T-Mobile was having. Cool. Or maybe they had to push another update out to everyone. You know, that might have been it too. Maybe they pushed a new update out, and I was the glorious recipient of it. Hobby Lobby. Who's Hobby Lobby? I like Hobby Lobbies. I don't know, Tamika. I mean, I'm just thrilled about mine. I mean, Verizon's bragging that they've had no problems whatsoever, and T-Mobile is saying, no, it's just me. You know, they're gaslighting me. So, I don't know. But supposedly it's been outages countrywide. Why is my, there we go. My camera was leaning. So now I can get back to freaking working on my platform. Because that killed me today. Because I've been downloading stuff from YT. Some of the stuff I didn't save. You know, some of the things I wasn't thinking I might want to put this somewhere else someday. You know, so I have to download it off of YT at a lesser resolution at 720 and then put it up on the news site. And it's like 2 videos took like a half an hour. I'm like, so I hope Cox has that shit together. But I'll just tether my phone to my computer, you know. I'm stoked. Alright, it is 7:26. I am happy. Hobby Lobby, it's funny. Hobby Lobby is funding that stuff. I don't know if they know what they're funding, because in my opinion, I looked at it pretty deep, and what they're perpetrating sounds good, but it's anything. Oh, that's cool. Clark County Fire Department is just like cruising around their truck. They got all the lights on inside. They're taking pictures. That was an interesting thing. Maybe they're gonna go do a calendar. Some of the stuff that it's just inaccurate. It's just like they introduce. Can I say the W word? No, I don't think so. WOKNESSSSSSSS into biblical stuff. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Don't rewrite it for your own purposes. That's the part I disagree with. Because that was a specific parable about washing the feet. It was an example that he set, you know, to say that, you know, because that's, whatever, I'm not going to get into it. It's not a, you should go out and do it. It's just weird, you know. It's like, go check out what's going on with, well, it's gone now, but go Google what happened with, what do you call it, Gemini. Google's AI to generate pictures and stuff for free. Go see what happened with that. And it's pretty friggin' bad. You know, it's pretty bad. Like, if you ask about anyone who shares the same skin tone as me, they won't let you do it. It refuses to make any pictures with people who share my skin tone, which I believe is jacked the F up, you know? But, I mean, I'm all for, like, you know, being real. But they were like, if you put in there, show me a picture of a Viking, they show a dude in dreads. I'm like, wait a second. Grandpa! What? I mean, I'm down, but, you know, if it was historically accurate, I'd embrace it. But it's not, so I can't, you know? It's kind of weird. More corporate friggin' gaslighting. Wow, that cut on my nose is pretty red. Again, do not wash your face while wearing a pinky ring. Can confirm. All right, people. I wish they did the pirate show still. I mean, yeah. Today, I'm gonna get going in a second, but today I realized I was in. I forgot where I was. I was in some news group, and they were talking about the fountains, and I never realized how iconic they are. I guess because I drive by them, and now, you know, because now everything's like, oh my God, there's music. You know, I do that whole bullshit because of YT. Instead of appreciating them, oop, there goes my thing. However, it's so iconic. I mean, I think there's literally people who come to Vegas to see that, you know, the fountain show and whatnot. So, it's kind of cool to be able to see it. Anyway, artificial, yeah, it's not, well, you saw that Double Eagle, what they did, right? You see what they did to, like if you asked it to make a picture of George Washington, you see what they did? You see what they did? I mean, whatever. I mean, it was, you know, good-looking dude, whatever, but it wasn't the right ethnicity because it just refused, you know, the Caucasian. They were just like, they don't exist, you know? I don't know why, you know? It's weird. I mean, I know why, but it's still weird, you know? I'm not down with that. But anyway, tomorrow is AMA day. So get your questions ready. And Saturday night, obviously, we're going to walk around. You can tell I'm freaking grinning from ear to ear. So I'm like really happy about getting a connection back. Yeah, the fountains are awesome. Yeah, you know, but see, someone has to program it. Even though it's machine learning, they need a learning model to train off of. Someone back there at Google was just like, let's eliminate them. They are the reason the whole world is effed, and we don't deal with them no more. And then everyone probably knew about it at Google. But if you were working for Google and you were making like $150K on their AI Gemini project, would you be the one who wants to stand up on the frickin' Zoom call or Teams call, whatever they use, Google Meet, and be like, excuse me, everyone, I do have something to say? They'd be like, yes, how can we help you? Well, I noticed that our algorithm is doing something that people might not be thrilled about. What is that, Bob? It doesn't allow people like this. You cannot make a picture of someone who looks like this. He'd get fired. You know he'd get fired. So I'm sure like there's a ton of people who knew about that shit and just let it slip through the cracks because they didn't want to get fired, you know? Gotta go with the flow. But, you know, historically accurate is historically accurate. Don't rewrite history, you know? That's all I'm saying. I don't got a problem with nobody. Just don't rewrite history, you know? There's no reason to. You know, we can't learn from our mistakes. We cannot learn from our mistakes as a species if we rewrite history. That's all I'm saying. We can't learn what's good and bad if we rewrite it. Because history is there to be like, oh shit, I guess we shouldn't do that. Oh shit, that might not have been the best thing ever. Oh shit, this is what really happened. Let's be better people. But if you rewrite it, you can't do that. You lose all the lessons that history has ever taught humanity if you rewrite it. That's the problem I have. It's not about, you know, color or this or that. It's like, don't rewrite history because, you know, what do they say about history? Those who... How does that expression go? Those who reject history, those who not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. You know, maybe someone's taking that to an extreme and saying, well, if we remove everything we don't like from history, then there's no one will ever repeat it. No, it's going to start all over again. You know, there'll be different protagonists and different whatever, but it'll start all over again. You know, we need history to learn how we came to be who we are. It gives us our path forward to be better as a species. If you rewrite it, then we're back to square one. And in whose image are we rewriting it, you know? But anyway, I'm digressing. So, tomorrow, AMA Day, get your questions ready, because like I said, I look forward to it, you know? I truly and honestly look forward to it. More than the coffee, but the coffee's good over where we're gonna go. What up? Someone just pulled up here and took a picture. Hey, ooh, good light. So, one last time, I'm going to invite everyone to like over 5G, to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you know how to do it. Super thanks, clicking on links, doing all the stuff. There's a link down there to get notified when the new platform launches, which should be plus or minus 10 days. I'm excited for everyone to see that. And I'll probably do the first live stream. I put some free content up for people to check out, you know. It's like, I don't expect anyone to marry me on the first date, you know. You want to see what I'm about, you know, raw and uncensored. And I'll probably do a live stream or two, you know, open to everyone also. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, do all the stuff. Check me out. And on that note, I'll wait for them to pass. Bror Fredrik out.